As we continue with this issue of the CIC, Julius Malema, I want to show you these two videos because there are people who still continue to believe that Julius Malema did nothing wrong. I want to show you these two videos. I want to show you the video of Julius Malema and another video of young people who were being reckless. There's similarities in these two videos, but I want us to corroborate these two videos so we can observe exactly and tell me what is the difference between these two videos. What did we see there? We saw the reckless Julius Malema firing the firearm in a closed arena, and I want to show you the next video of young people who are reckless, who are playing with firearms in a community environment where there's people, and tell me what is the difference between the two. Hello squatters, welcome back to another episode of the Squatter Camp podcast. Now squatters, if we zoom closer on this issue, I know it's too early to talk about the repercussions, the impact that this whole judgment can have towards Julius Malema and the economic freedom fighters, but I want to paint this picture for you. First thing first, Julius Malema does not have a successor. And even if you go to, or maybe you talk to his followers or people who are just, following the rhythm of the economic freedom fighters, fighter. If you ask them who is the deputy president there, many of them don't know the deputy president. So that's how unpopular, the deputy president is. And that's how popular Julius Malema is. Julius Malema is the alpha and omega. He has got the last say in that political party. So that is why people like Dalim Pofu and Floyd Chibambo had to leave the economic freedom fighters, because Julius Malema is running the show there and he doesn't want to listen to anyone. So that is the biggest problem. That is the bone of contention here. And then these EFF members, they are aware that Julius Malema does not have a successor. Julius Malema is the alpha and omega of the economic freedom fighters. So what basically is going to happen here, they are going to actually exhaust all the avenues, including the legal avenues, because you heard him mentioning that they are also going to rep in advocate Tembeka Nkaitobi. So those are the things that I think, yes, advocate Tembeka Nkaitobi is a good scholar, is a good lawyer, and if they rep him in, he's going to actually poke holes into this whole judgment issue. You heard Julius Malema mentioning that they say he's guilty, but the person who handed the firearm to him is not guilty. So now he accepts that was a real firearm. It's a semi-automated rifle. So he himself is actually tying him very tight. He's giving this case a watertight kind of advantage, so that when the verdict is being issued, it will actually take him down, because in 2026 in January he's going to be sentenced. And so the minimum sentence, if you listen to the legal experts, they are saying it's a minimum sentence of 15 years. So there's a possibility that Julius Malema can serve 15 years in prison. Probably we all know that maybe 7.5 years later he will be eligible for parole and all of that. So I'm very much happy because of the judgment. It's a landmark judgment and I don't have any complaints about that. And they can turn around and say he's a racist. If it was a black magistrate, what were they going to say? She's incompetent. because those are the things that they play around. You remember during the Jacob Zuma era when he was facing very, very serious charges of rape and corruption, arms deal, and all of that. He claimed to be politically persecuted. I think that's the card. That is the ticket Julius Malema is going to use. We all know that he's got a very huge support. He's more influential. He's even having a footprint around the whole of Africa and international. Even Donald Trump knows him. So he's a very, very popular figure. And that was the rhetoric for him to say politicians who are revolutionaries, who are fighting for the liberation of people, going to prison is a badge of honor. That's rhetoric. The reality is that if he goes to prison, he knows that now the reality will be kicking in, and possibilities are that he will face serious realities when it comes to being imprisoned. But now, if we come to the point of him being imprisoned, taken straight to prison, he is going to lose his member of parliament benefits. He's no longer going to be an MP, literally. And he will have to be forced out of his position in the Economic Freedom Fighters as the president, because you can't have a president who is in prison. So it means the deputy or someone whom maybe can be trusted should automatically jump in to fill up that position and to lead the struggle. And now the EFF will start to struggle, because who can lead the Economic Freedom Fighters without Julius Malema? Who can do that? He can pull that show. He has got that charisma and all of that. So there's no one who can lead the Economic Freedom Fighters as we speak now and perform exactly or even more than what Julius Malema is doing now. Even Floyd, even if Floyd was still there, he wouldn't pull that, that stunt that will actually attract more people. So this man is well aware that he's about to lose a lot, because he's going to lose his MP status. He's going to be removed as a president in the Economic Freedom Fighters. The EFF itself now will suffer a very catastrophic a period where it's even going to lose more support, because the only person that can be listened to, that the people are actually following, the political system in South Africa. They follow individuals. They don't follow political parties. So in the EFF, people are following Julius Malema more than the EFF itself. The EFF is a brand. It's got a footprint and whatsoever, but they are following the CIC. So Julius Malema is their messiah. They believe in him, and whatever he says, they take it as it is, and they are going to actually put it in practice. So if he gets to be sentenced, taken to prison, because we have a former president who was imprisoned, so it's doable, it's possible. So depending on how he moves around and maneuver, because we are facing 2026 local government elections, we are facing 2029 national elections. So the race, the stakes are very high here, and it is going to be very, very difficult for the EFF without Julius Malema being there. And as much as we have seen, he's going to use that ticket to say, I'm being persecuted, I'm not guilty. But the fact of the matter here is that you actually did discharge a firearm in public, in a closed arena, where there's a lot of people who are clapping hands to you. And the cartridges were picked up, the evidence has been collected, and the best thing that he can do is just to show some remorse. I think that will kind of work for him, and for him to go out directly from the court and into talking to the supporters, that can also be added, as one of the contributing factors to say this person needs to, to be taken for correctional service, to see the correctional officials so that they can, talk to him, because he doesn't show remorse on what he has done, and he doesn't take us into confidence. And also for the people that are following him, on top of what he has done, somebody somewhere within the EFF should be able to say, listen, what you did is wrong and this is not the way to go. Because politicians tend to actually want to use their political power as a tool to claim victimization and want to say they are being persecuted, they didn't do that. But fortunately enough, imagine if we didn't have that video that went viral of him discharging that semi-automated rifle. We would be saying something. He would be saying, so he couldn't actually argue that I did not do it. He based on his argument on a toy. It's not a toy. It's not a toy, Julius. It's not a toy. We can't have leaders who are actually law unto themselves. As much as I said that we have young people who are doing that randomly at funerals, on the streets, gangsterism in Cape Town and all of that, all of a sudden we have a president, a sitting president, who also can take a firearm, a rifle, and, pull the trigger in front of a crowd of people. That's not acceptable. I hope, he actually repent. He get through rehabilitation to say, that's not how you do politics. If you want the raw politics, very chaotic, well, this is not a place, because this is a democratic dispensation. Maybe if you are in the DRC, you can join the M23 and get a rifle and attack the government and whatsoever, but we don't have that. This is not a war zone. This is a peaceful country that everyone in Africa wishes to be here. We have people who are even crossing here to come into our country illegally. So the question is, what are you going to say about Operation Dudula? Because you've been attacking Zandile, saying all sorts of things to her, that she's a criminal, she has to be arrested, she has to account for the fabricated charges. But these ones that you are facing, Julius, are real. They are not fabricated. Everyone knows that you discharged a firearm in a closed arena. So you question yourself that should we have an exception for politicians so that we allow them to float in between being a politician and being an MP, and we shouldn't actually find them guilty? Or they should face the same law? They should face the same law. What do you think, squatters? I'll hear from the comment section. Thank you very much for the people who watch my content. Those who have not subscribed, please subscribe. Let's keep engaging. Let's grow this channel so we hit the 10K mark. That's the purpose of that. And thank you to the people who have been consistently supporting this channel. I'm so grateful. See you next time. Sure.